Let's start again, Sid.
It's Sydney. I told you.
Okay. Sydney, let's start again.
I'm not the crazy I told you.
I never said you were.
But you thought it. They can hear you thinking it.
They?
I told you.
Tell me again.
You're the crazy.
I never said I wasn't. Tell me about them.
You're with them, aren't you? You're one of them.
I don't know. Tell me about... That was not nice, Sid. We talked about nice.
It's Sydney, I told you.
You bit me, damn it. You broke the skin. Look, I'm bleeding. That was a dirty trick, Sid.
It's Sydney, I told you.
Going to sleep now.
No sleep. Get me in sleep.
It's only a dream. Things will be better after you sleep.
Don't. You want them to give me, you sick prick.
It's only a dream. A dream.
What's a dream?
Who are you talking to?
No one?
Well, no one sure had a lot to say. Can we play nice now, Sydney? Let's try a
You
swing.
hurt me.
I know. Sometimes you have to hurt someone in order to be their friend.
You can't hurt your friends or they won't trust you.
What about the girl? She trusted you, and you hurt her.
I did not hurt her.
And why won't you talk about her? If you didn't hurt her, what did you do? All right, we don't have to talk about her. Let's talk about you.
What about me?
How about your friends?
I don't have those.
It's not a disease, Sydney. I never had many friends either.
Really?
Yep. You want to be my friend? I'll be your friend, Sydney, but you have to do something for me. Can you do something for me?
What is it?
Look at some pictures. How do you feel?
This is my mother.
Yes. And that's your father.
It's her.
Yes. It is.
She's my friend.
Are they your friends too?
Nice try. Very nice.
How do you feel?
Fine.
Do you want to talk now?
Only if we talk about you.
The police have been to the barn.
I told you they'd find the barn. What did I say? I said they'd be at the barn after 2-3 days max.
Shut up.
What?
You idiot. If you'd listened to me, you wouldn't even be here.
Be quiet, Winston.
Winston? Who's Winston?
No one.
Is Winston your friend?
Winston is not my friend.
How's that for you? I try to help, but all you can do is obsess over that slutty bitch.
Don't you talk about her, Winston. Don't you talk about her.
Sydney! Who is it? Is it they? Is Winston they? No, look at me. Is Winston they?
Winston tries to help me. Winston tries, but he can't talk about her.
Stay with me, Sydney. Over here. Tell me about Winston.
Yeah, tell him about Winston. Tell him about Winston. Winston takes care of me, but he's jealous. He has a big mouth.
Did Winston help you with Andrew Gardner?
I don't like Drew. Drew is not my friend. Tell him what you did to Drew. Tell him where they can find the rest of him. I didn't do anything to Drew,
Okay.
and I don't want to.
Don't want to what?
Tell about Drew.
That you and Drew didn't get along? I knew that one. What about Drew's infamous roving hands? You knew about those. Where are Drew's hands?
What the hell do they need those for?
Does Winston know where the hands are?
Winston had nothing to do with Drew. Damn straight. I would have taken a more appropriate souvenir. Why didn't you take that?
Shut up.
Are you afraid of the word?
Penis, 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 penis.
Hands are enough, hands are enough, hands are enough, hands are enough, hands are enough. Why did you tell? Come on, kid. I only told you, and I'm sorry. It'll be okay. It's over. You'll get through. If you can get through Schateren, you can get through this.
She left. How long did you wait?
What?
How long did you wait after she left?
You know how long?
I want to hear it from you.
Not long.
Did you use the knife?
I didn't.
Someone did.
No one.
Did Winston use the knife? Sydney, did Winston use the knife?
Winston had nothing to do with Drew. I told you.
Calm down. Don't want another injection.
No. No more pokes. No, 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 no. I'll be good. I will.
How about we talk about you?
What about?
Whatever you like. Anything at all.
I wish I could help them.
Here we go.
I wish I could help them.
Them? They?
There are too many. I could. I'm above them. Not above better, but higher. And they keep pulling me down, further and further. I only want to touch them, pull them to me, and protect them. But they won't let me breathe. I need to breathe. I can't breathe.
Then you left the house.
I left with Winston.
Did Winston come and get you?
Not get. More found, the blubbering baby.
And you went?
Park. She's at the park.
Tell me about the dog.
Mutt.
No. I like Badger. Smart dog. She liked me.
You left Badger at the park.
Should have taken the mutt along. No. Badger couldn't come. Didn't want Badger to come. Sentimental fool. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
I'm going to tell you a story. I need you to pay attention. Can you do that, Sydney?
Come on. Don't treat him like a child. Don't listen, Sydney.
Yes.
This is the story of a boy. This boy was very smart, but not very popular. As he grew up, he became smarter and smarter, but remained unpopular. Until one day, he met a young lady. She liked to talk to him. No one had ever liked to talk to him before. But this young lady liked a man, not a boy, but a man. The man did not like the boy. The man had busy hands. Did the man use those hands on you?
Might as well tell him. He's told you everything else. Drew, he took an old strap from the barn. I don't know why he hit me with it. He'd laugh and laugh, and then he took his pants.
Did he use it on you? So it's understandable for you to use the knife on him.
I didn't.
It's only fair. He deserved it. She deserved it too.
No.
She did practically the same
She
thing.
didn't deserve anything.
Maybe she did deserve it, Sydney.
You went to the park and you left the dog. What did you use? A knife like you did with Drew?
He's right. She had it coming.
You had to kill her.
I didn't touch her.
I think you did right.
I didn't touch her, Winston.
And where are Drew's hands, Sydney? Does she have them?
I don't know. No one knows. Fine.
Sydney, don't be that way. I just want to know why you left me in the park.
I stayed with you.
You must have left the park.
I stayed with Winston. Badger stayed with me. Nearly as pleasant company.
Somebody left the park. She must have left the park. She's not there now.
Neither's Badger. I should know.
Fine.
Sydney, you need to be an adult about this.
How long do you think it'll take him to find that diary? Stupid confessional.
The police recovered a diary that belongs to you.
Great. Better start talking.
Today she kissed me. Not a real kiss. A peck. High on my cheek. She almost hit my eye. It was fast. She was leaving with him. But I fixed her car. It took 3 days. He tried. Half my time was spent fixing his mistakes.
Great. Here comes the learned analysis.
Today we talked until tomorrow. We're going to read Shakespeare in the park. I love the way she smells. How much of this actually happened?
Don't answer that one.
This is interesting.
Interesting. We need a thesaurus in here for Einstein.
Did someone else write in this?
Who else wrote in there? Sid?
I wish you hadn't. It would have been better. Don't make me beg. Please. I love you. I swear. You have to believe me. Please don't threaten me. It hurts when you do that. No, I don't want to go there with you. I already said I love you. I love you. Please.
Who was that?
Did she write in this, Sydney?
Let's go with some antipsychotics. There is electroconvulsive therapy.
Let's go with some antipsychotics.
Therapy.
100 milligrams of thorazine. I don't know. Were you the keeper?
Nice now. Yeah.
You won't talk. I don't know. Where?
Positive you don't want to play. I'm sure everyone else is playing something. You and Winston and I could get a game together.
What other nutsos are in here, do you suppose?
Or we could bring in a TV and watch a movie, if you'd like.
I wonder if there are any mechanics. Do you think there are any mechanics? I could have been a mechanic.
You can't be one anymore
Nope, too late for that.
because of what happened.
How's that solitaire coming?
Dandy, would you like a running narrative? It's a tense game, folks. Good thing this player's a seasoned veteran of tough matches such as this. Black 6 on red 7. No play. No play. No play. You can feel the energy in the room, folks. Red Jack and the Black Queen. Black 10 follows. Ace in the stack. The crowd goes wild.
You should have been a professional solitaire announcer.
I wasn't good enough, but you could be.
We're not talking about me, we're talking about you.
What I should have been was a magician.
Winston is a magician.
Not a proper one. A proper magician needs an assistant. Mine's always leaving me.
I did not leave you, Winston.
Are you sure about that, Sydney? So you left the park?
No, she stayed with me longer than I expected. She touched me, which I never would have thought. I think she'd had a fight with Drew. Not the picnic, after you left Badger
I
and
want to
I.
talk about that day. I want to remember before Schateren, before I went away. She was 16, I was 17. We made out. It's such a stupid euphemism. Makes it sound like you're stealing something. Oh, I guess we were a little. Stealing time and kisses.
What about the day after you left Drew and went to the park?
Doesn't want to talk about the present.
It's a simple question.
No, it's not. Nothing is a simple question. Not even silence is a simple question. Not after Schateren. I want before.
Okay, why did you have to go away?
It got cold. She wanted me to go to her house with her, but her parents were gone, but I was afraid. She kissed me. She thought that was sweet. She said that I was sweet. Sweet? I didn't want to be sweet.
Why did you have to go to Schateren?
Sid.
I hurt someone.
Who?
A bully?
Did you hurt Drew?
I didn't touch Drew. He was just a kid and he asked for it.
Asked for it? He asked you to beat him to a pulp? To hit him with the textbook? That's what the reports
Tell
say.
what the kid did, Sydney.
Why would you do such a thing?
Tell what the little bastard did to that little girl. You saw, you told, but she wouldn't talk. Say what he did. The big senior took that little freshman into the bathroom and raped her. You saw, you heard. So what if he's going to Harvard? Straight A's, big deal. You saw, tell what you saw.
Why do you think they put me away? They committed me because they believed me?
She and I was done. I deserved it anyway.
Is that what you believe?
Jesus. What happened at Schateren to make you think that?
How can you justify such violence?
I can't. She could, I can't.
Which she are we talking about now? How did you get here?
You know how.
Yes, but I want to hear your perspective.
The police came, they cuffed me, they brought me here.
That leaves out a lot of details.
Most perspectives do.
This doesn't have to be difficult.
I'm afraid it does.
Why?
Because you will never believe the truth.
How will I ever know what the truth is? Huh? Sydney? Everything you say is suspect.
What makes you think I believe anything you say either? I have fewer reasons to trust you than for you to trust me.
Why is that?
I have less to lose.
How do you figure that?
I was sitting outside. There was a pit of ashes. I wasn't sure where they'd come from, but I knew I'd been sitting there a long time. Long enough to have to pee. I think I'd had to go for a while, but I was pretty sure I hadn't wet myself. It was a little cold, so I couldn't tell. The police sirens were loud, I'm sure, though I didn't hear them. I didn't hear the officer either. He probably said something from a movie like, "Drop it or I'll drop you." I didn't hear, I only felt. The cold coughs, the impact with the earth. The blood in my mouth. I must have split my lip. They fingerprinted me, they tossed me in the cell. They brought me here in a jacket, though I have no idea why they called him straight.
Drop what?
Pardon?
The officer would have said, drop it or I'll drop you.
Oh, the gun. It's holding a pistol. Drew's pistol.
Don't be bashful, Sydney. Tell him your record times. Tell him how you practice taking it apart and putting it back together, taking it apart and putting it back together, and you wouldn't say a word to me.
Shut up, Winston.
What is Winston saying?
He thinks I should tell you that I practice taking the gun apart and putting it back together.
When did you do this?
Before the fire.
You don't remember it? Maybe Winston is wrong.
Could be. He's not often wrong.
So you don't remember the barn?
I already told you.
I mean in the stall. The blood in the stall. It's her blood. They're sure. Not enough to be sure of anything. Not enough to know she's dead. You cleaned up a little.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I bet you do, Sydney. They found her jacket, too. Didn't find a weapon, though. What did you use?
I said I didn't know.
Yeah, I heard you. Maybe Winston knows something. Why don't you ask him?
Winston doesn't know anything. Damn straight. Don't tell him what you know either.
I don't know anything, Winston.
Winston doesn't believe you. Strange.
Go to hell.
You're unusually feisty. Where is she?
Where's who?
Is she with Drew's hands?
I know nothing about Drew. I told you.
No, you told me you didn't wait, Lon. Where are Drew's hands?
They're where they belong. I can tell you that. They're where they're meant to be.
White.
White what?
That's what I remember. Schateren was white. All kinds of white.
The walls were white?
Everything. The walls were the least of it. Sheets were boards of white. Doctors were coated in white, with dots of color at their wrists and neck. Nurses were draped in white. Floors were tiled in white. Patients soiled white. White light. White electricity.
What electricity?
Electroconvulsive therapy. No longer electroshock. New and improved.
Did they use ECT there?
What did I just say?
I don't like it.
Electroconvulsive therapy is much better than its medieval counterpart. The seizure has helped a lot of conditions. It's discomfort for your own good.
Why doesn't that sound rational?
We talked about hurting for your own good.
You're right. I shouldn't sugarcoat it.
This. It's a trick that my gypsy uncle taught me.
I was discharged from the hospital. My parents picked me up.
Pick a card, any card.
Were you better?
Yes. I was behind, though.
What do you mean behind?
I lost all that time to Drew. She was with him now. We read in the park and kissed, but she was with him.
What did you do?
I started over. I fixed her car. I reminded her of what I was before.
You weren't that anymore.
Not until I had her again.
Is that when you started your diary?
And now I'll find your card with my eyes closed.
Yes. I needed objective resonance.
What was wrong with Winston?
Winston wasn't around.
I was too. I was there. You just ignored me.
How did you do?
She was coming back to me.
So you fixed her car and went to the park.
We went to the park twice. I fixed her car. We went to her room once.
So what happened?
What do you mean?
Something must have gone wrong for you to kill her.
I didn't. Nothing went wrong. Just a setback.
What kind of setback?
She said she was afraid of me.
Why was she afraid of you?
Because he made her be afraid. He told her to be afraid of me.
Is this your card? I knew it was.
If she was coming back to you, why would she believe Drew?
Because he hurt her. Are you listening? Are you dumb? She could not follow him with his hands and his damn penis. She was afraid of him. That's what she meant, that she was afraid of him.
So you had to do something.
Yeah, I had to do something. She needed me.
So you killed him.
I wish I had. It's more probably you killed him than I did.
How do you figure that?
Where are his hands? You should know. Where are Drew's hands?
Is this your card? No? Damn. I can never get that one right.
For good she were spoken with, for she's too dangerous conjectures and ill-breeding minds. Let her come in. To my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each toy sees prologue to some great amiss. So full of artless jealousy is guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt. Where's the beauteous majesty of Denmark? How now, pretty Ophelia? He is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head a grass green turf, at his heels a stone, no ho! Nay, but pretty Ophelia, pray you mark. Whitish shroud as the mountain snow. Alas, look here, my lord. Alas, look here, my lord.
I don't want to play.
Winston, I can do the crazy chick and the slutty mother, but I need you to do the horny and treacherous uncle.
Not now, Sydney.
Come on, please, I'm almost done.
Fine.
Alas, look here, my lord.
Larded all with sweet flowers, which be wept to the ground, did not go with true love showers.
How do you, pretty lady?
Well, God dild you. They say the owl is a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be.
Conceit upon her father.
Indeed, without an oath, I'll make an end on it. By Jix and by Saint Charity, alack and fie for shame. Young men will do it if they come to it, by cock they are to blame. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. He answers, I would have done by yonder sun, and thou hast not come to my bed.
How long has she been thus?
Good night, ladies. Good night. Sweet ladies, good night. Good night.
Ophelia was a gutsy chick. She know how to go nuts.
Is that your favorite scene?
Not remotely. I like the songs. Ophelia gets too much attention, especially with teenage girls. Do you know why that is?
No, I don't.
It's because of the pre-Raphaelites. Painters in the 19th century who reacted against neoclassicism. They photographed and painted subjects with romantic and morbid moods, one of the most famous being Ophelia. Thus, she becomes the symbol of female angst.
And then she kills herself.
Nope. Hamlet kills her. I saw it happen.
Hamlet kills her.
I don't know.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't see how that's relevant. Why don't you just come down here? I think they would like that. Tell him that. You do what you have to. Sorry.
Can I make a phone call?
Who do you want to call?
People is mommy.
You can use the phone when we're done, Sydney. I have an important question for you. Would you do it again?
Do what again?
What got you here?
Thought we determined that I don't know what got me here.
No, you determined that by not telling me what you know.
He's got you there.
I don't have anything to say.
Jesus Christ, Sydney. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to help you. All right? You don't have to say what you know. Just tell me whether you would do what you think got you here again.
Fine. I wouldn't do it again. Is that what you want to hear?
I want the truth.
The truth will set you free.
I would make her love me again.
Is that what you did?
I win her back, I'd do it again. I don't know it all, so I can't talk about what I don't know.
Only I can do that.
I'd buy her ice cream on the beach. We'd walk for a whole day in the sand, but it would be an endless sunset. She'd pick dandelions.
She didn't want to go on walks anymore.
Okay. When I'd lift to the
Sometimes
water,
she'd come, but she wanted him to come along.
We'd laugh. While she tried
He didn't want her to be with him.
I'd steal her yellow
You
wet
never
beaches.
heard her
She'd run
screaming.
down the beach screaming. We'd
so
take a drive after necking the surf
But
for at
she
least
wouldn't
15
take the
minutes.
car.
We'd be wet,
She
of course,
drove.
in more ways than one.
She didn't say a word,
her an
except
iPad,
asking about Badger
putting my
once,
leg on,
weekly,
wanting me to
so she
hold
knew
her.
it didn't matter anymore. He wasn't
We
trying to
drive from
hurt
Sun
her,
to
I'm
Park.
sure.
I'd read from a novel we were in the middle of,
Who
until we
knows?
got to a steamy part,
I was
and we'd
watching
slip
the
off
dog.
into the willows and make love. She'd like to feel the sun
He
on her
wished
skin.
for the feel
She'd like the
of
feel
his
of me on her skin.
He wouldn't
Drew
exist.
wouldn't exist anymore. We could be
And
together.
poor Sydney would be
Of
alone.
course I'd do it again. What kind of a stupid
Stop
question is
asking
that?
such stupid questions.
Tell me. Would you hang Drew's hands from the rearview mirror as a trophy of your triumph? His non-existence?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You know exactly what I'm talking about, because you know you can't do again what you never did. Now where are Andrew Gardner's hands?
Did you know jazz is the only American-born music? Don't give me that crap about country, western, and rock.
They're both bastard children of folk. With jazz influence, I might add.
Are you a jazz fan?
Not really, just blowing its horn, so to speak.
To clarify a few things.
Of course!
You have no recollection of the things you are suspected of doing. You didn't kill Andrew Gardner. And you have no idea where the girl is because you stayed in the park with Winston and Badger.
Yes.
You had a relationship with the missing girl before you were institutionalized. And you had a relationship unbeknownst to anyone else after you were returned to society.
Yes.
Do you know what paranoid schizophrenia is?
Heard it defined many times.
Paranoid schizophrenia features a preoccupation with one or more delusions or frequent auditory hallucinations involving persecution or grandeur, without disorganized speech, disorganized or catatonic behavior, or inappropriate affect.
I fail to see how that applies here.
Schizoaffective disorder presents delusions or hallucinations with mood episode for a substantial period of time, without the direct effects of a foreign substance.
That's dandy. So what?
Delusional disorder. Non-bizarre delusions, or involving situations that can occur. Hallucinations may be present if they follow the delusional theme. Normal functions are not severely impaired, and mood episodes accompany the delusions. Most appropriate mode here would probably be jealous type.
Meaningless labels that oversimplify and categorize.
Brief psychotic disorder, usually associated with one or more of the following: delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, grossly disorganized or catatonic behavior. A psychotic episode usually lasts at least 1 day, but less than a month.
Is there going to be a point?
Point is, these all come from your file. These all could be you.
I do not recognize their validity.
Well, that's interesting, because they recognize yours. What do you think is going to happen? If you deny enough, if you're difficult enough, you'll go home.
What makes you think I want to go home?
Where would you like to go?
I told you.
To the beach, to the barn, to a fire pit, to Drew's hands. Where could you possibly go?
Winston has a few good ideas.
There is no Winston. You expect me to believe you have an invisible friend, an intangible buddy.
I expect nothing.
Then that is exactly what you're going to get.
Then we can all be happy.
Do not patronize me. There is no Winston. He is a figment of your imagination. He does not exist. Do you understand that?
Do you understand that?
Winston isn't real. They aren't real.
That isn't entirely true.
What?
That isn't entirely true. One of them is most real. He's far realer than you are.
They isn't Winston.
Winston isn't all of them. There are others.
How many? Who are they?
Sydney, don't.
Stop it, Sydney. Don't say another word. You remember what he said.
I remember what he said.
What who said?
No one.
Who's no one? There isn't no one, isn't there? Who is it?
Ooh, he doesn't like to be referred to as it. See what this has started?
Not it, he. He is most adamant about being a man.
Who is he?
He's very dangerous.
Is he someone from Schateren? Did he have anything to do with Drew?
Yes, he had everything to do with Drew.
Does he know where Drew's hands are? Did he leave Winston in the park?
Yes. I wouldn't let him take Badger.
Does he know where she is?
I would think so. You'll have to ask him.
How do I ask him?
Just wait. He'll come to you.
Winston thinks he'll find you.
Good.
No, it's far from good.
supposed to draw a picture, Sydney.
What?
Of your feelings. Whatever comes to your hand.
I don't think you want that.
I'm not a very good artist.
This isn't about being a very good artist. This is about expressing your feelings, revealing some of what's below the surface.
What have we been doing?
We've been doing some of that, but I don't think we've done enough.
Careful, Sydney. Don't make him mad.
I want to know about this other fellow, the one that knows things.
You know what he said about telling people about him. You know what he threatened.
He doesn't like me very much.
Sydney, don't.
He doesn't like me, but he needs me.
Don't make him mad. I don't want him mad. He'll come here. I don't want him to come here.
What do you mean he needs you?
Winston's afraid of him.
You are too.
Has he hurt you? Who is he? How did you meet? What? Sydney, take that sleeve out of your mouth.
He said Drew introduced them.
Drew did. You met through Drew.
You started it. Doesn't matter now. Sydney, stop sucking on that sleeve. You look 4 years old.
Is he a friend of Drew's?
Cut off the son of a bitch's hands. What do you think that was? A joke between buddies? He eviscerated Drew and chopped off his hands. Yeah, they're friends. Friends in hell. You should have seen the gouge the forearm one's put in the knife.
Should I have?
Eviscerated. Good word choice.
You saw him kill Drew.
That would explain the crime when I found him at the house.
Did you help kill him?
He already told you that.
Why didn't you mention this to the police?
They wouldn't understand. You don't understand.
Help me understand.
I was wrong. I didn't see anything. I made it all up.
I'm afraid of spiders.
Sydney, we're not talking about...
I'm afraid of spiders. Do you know why I'm afraid of spiders?
No. Why are you afraid of spiders?
Because they spin webs.
Okay. So...
They build traps. The ability to set a trap implies planning. Planning implies intelligence. Intelligent creepy crawlies must be evil. What are you afraid of?
Snakes. I don't like snakes.
You don't like them or you're afraid of them?
Afraid. I'm afraid of snakes.
Spiders are smarter than snakes.
Why? Snakes are cunning. They lie in wait.
Only for an opportunity. Spiders make a safe environment dangerous. Spiders are scarier.
Okay, they're scarier. I'm switching to spiders as my #1 fear from now on. Can we get back on subject?
Spiders aren't my #1 fear.
What is?
Insects. Flying insects with stingers.
Like wasps?
Yes. Bees too.
I'll bite. Why are you afraid of bees and wasps?
I have nightmares. I've had one several times. I'm in a short room. The walls are painted sickly green. They look like they were painted very recently. On the floor is long grass. It looks like plastic grass, like astroturf. I cut it with a vacuum cleaner.
What kind of vacuum cleaner?
This isn't funny.
And why would you have to cut it? Plastic grass doesn't grow.
I know that. This grass grew. The vacuum cleaner was special. It cut and vacuumed.
Sorry, Sydney. Please continue.
So I'm hunched over, cutting and vacuuming, and I disturbed a huge hornet. Big. The hornet was, of course, upset and big. But its stinger was a fountain pen. It flew up behind my head, where I couldn't get to it. I could never get to it.
You're kind of stuck in that situation.
How do you mean?
You want to capture the dangerous creature, but you don't want to. If you do, it will sting you. You both want it controlled and want it to disappear.
I suppose.
Many would diagnose that as a feeling of helplessness and anxiety.
How do you interpret it?
Are you afraid of the dark?
He used to be terrified of it.
Not anymore.
But you were.
Oh, yeah. Cry himself to sleep, because there wasn't enough light.
What made you unafraid?
I stopped being afraid.
It was him.
Something must have happened. Did someone help you become unafraid?
Yes, it's Schateren.
Did Winston help you face that fear?
No,
It was him. But I thought he didn't like you.
he doesn't. He didn't help me. He forced me. I could hide in the dark. The dark was safe. No one can find me in the night.
I thought you said they get you in your sleep.
That's right. Sleep isn't safe. Only the dark is. I never said sleep was safe.
I see.
What's the diagnosis now?
You feel helpless. You feel lost in unknowns.
Maybe. But I think it's something else. I think I know something about what hovers behind my head that you don't know. I think I'm aware, and you're lost. It's funny, really.
What's funny?
You think I'm helpless when you want me to help you. No, you need me to help you.
Does that give you pleasure?
Maybe. Everyone likes to be needed.
Like the way she had to need you?
She didn't have to need me. She needed me.
Then why did she leave you?
He made her. He made her go.
Is that why you cut his hands off?
What?
He deserved it, didn't he? Drew deserved every strike, didn't he?
You're damn right he did. He was a cruel prick. He was a bigoted misogynist. He was a coward. He was no man.
So you had to kill him, because he took her away from you.
That's not what I said.
Stop it, Sydney. You're starting to scare me.
I have a strange fear of fires. Not a fear of burning, though, or explosions, nothing violent. I'm terrified of a slow burn that everyone is ignorant of, like in an apartment building, or a hospital, or a dorm room. When I was in college, there was a fire in my dorm. 1 kid died, and 3 more went to the hospital. Someone had left a candle burning. I'd only been there 3 weeks, because I had started mid-year. Anyway, I came back to the dorm from the library, and smoke was coming out of the building, and the alarms were blaring. I stood outside and watched them take the kid away. The EMTs worked on him as they rolled him off. 2 girls and another boy were treated for smoke inhalation. I stood there for a long time, and I started to feel guilty that I wasn't there to stop it, which is stupid, I know. But I felt that way. I've been paranoid of fire starting ever since,
Many would diagnose that as a feeling of helplessness and anxiety.
and they'd probably be right.
It doesn't sound too weird.
Well, it's a little unreasonable. I do odd things sometimes, like step on cigarettes that were left in the street, or touch light bulbs that were on before you leave the house. The last one I only did once, that I'm willing to admit to, anyway.
You didn't have to share.
Seems only fair. We have to trust one another.
Winston's afraid of clowns.
Hey, I didn't agree to any sharing. You should see him at the circus, the one time he went anyway.
What was that like?
He was like a puppy on acid, real nervous. Then he'd see when I freeze like a deer in headlights. Stop it, that's not nice. I don't make fun of you, insect boy.
Yes, you do. You are constantly ridiculing my fears.
That's different. You're a lunatic. A lot of people find clowns
A lot of
disturbing.
people find clowns disturbing,
See?
but few wet themselves over it.
Shut up! He thinks they look like dead people.
Happy dead people.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come one and all, see the comical dead. They laugh, they cry.
They do resemble the dead with their white faces and exaggerated features.
Returning for a special Halloween show. See their ash-white faces and garish features.
I am not sending you a Christmas card.
You should have taken Winston to the barn with you, Sydney. You could have shown him that clowns look nothing like dead people. You would have done him a grand service, but you were too busy doing other grand services, weren't you? You were too busy framing an imaginary villain for 2 murders.
He's all too real and he's coming.
Great. Let me know when he arrives.
He'll let you know.
Stop it, Sydney. If you shut up, you still have a chance.
Sydney, please talk to me. I said I was sorry.
Winston, I said I was sorry. Please talk to me. We're even. You called me a lunatic and I ridiculed your reasonable and legitimate phobia.
Okay. Did you just laugh?
No, of course not.
Forget Winston for a minute. Talk to me.
I didn't laugh. This joker just struck me funny.
Okay, we're even. Well, you're done with the scary talk, right?
Most definitely.
We may even escape without him arriving. Usually he'd be here by now.
Sydney.
He's done with you, jerk.
All right. You don't want to talk. I'll just talk. Okay? Fine. You have a beautiful relationship with a beautiful girl. You save a girl who doesn't want to be saved by beating the living snot out of some dumb jock. Commendable effort, by the way. Unfortunately, you're sent off to Schateren Mental. There you meet the entertaining and witty Winston, joining us today, sometimes. And our mystery guest, Evil himself, the as yet unnamed monster who decapitated Andrew Gardner and who'd who knows what with the love of your life. Any corrections? No? Okay. This powerful individual will somehow arrive in this room to converse with me about the aforementioned events, slipping by security, through concrete walls, past deadbolts and padlocks, down hallways smelling of urine and vomit, through a mist of unearthly screams, to grandly enter here and dispelling all mysteries, exonerating you and allowing you to continue your now empty and obsession-deprived existence. Anything I missed?
Go to hell.
Did you hear that, Sydney?
I didn't hear anything, Winston.
Don't give me that. You heard something and I did too. I can tell.
What did Winston hear?
Nothing.
No. Wait. I think I hear it too. It's him. Oh God. What are we gonna do? What do we do? No. Death, traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment. 'Twas this flesh begot those pelican daughters. Those pelican daughters. Sydney, I'm trying to make up. I'm sorry for how I acted. This is your Shakespeare, and I thought you'd like to do something from it because of the Hamlet before. If you don't like King Lear, we can try something else.
Pillicock sat on Pillicock Hill. Allow, allow, loo, loo, loo.
What?
Edgar speaks, saying, Pillicock sat on Pillicock Hill. Allow, allow, loo, loo, loo.
What hast thou been?
A serving man, proud in heart and mind, that curled my hair, wore glovers in my cap, served the lust of my mistress's heart, and did the act of darkness with her, swore as mine oaths as I spake words, and broke them in the sweet face of heaven. Wine loved I, dies dearly, and in woman hath paramored the Turk. False in heart, light of heart, bloody in hand, hog in sloth, fox in stealth, wolf in greediness, dog in madness, lion in prey. Let no the creaking of shoes, nor the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart to woman. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pin from linders' books, and defy the foul fiend.
Now, fare you well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why? I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
Oh, might you gods.
This world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off, if I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills. My snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. What's the line?
Edgar live.
If Edgar lives, oh bless him! Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Can we talk again now?
Yes.
Okay. Now can we...
Shh.
What?
Quiet. Nothing.
I want to discuss Drew's death. You witnessed it?
I saw it happen. I saw him do it. Sydney?
Who is he?
Sid.
No. Who is the murderer?
Sid. Sid killed Drew. Sid left me in the park. Sid wanted to take Badger, but I wouldn't let go of her. I wouldn't let go.
I hear it, Sydney.
Sid did it.
Yes, he did it all.
But you're Sid.
No, it's Sydney. I told you.
Who's Sid? Is he like you?
No, he's nothing like me. Nothing like me.
Me? Don't you hear that? Stop it.
So Sid is like Winston.
No. Winston is nothing like Sid. Sid is evil. Winston is good.
Sydney?
Winston is good. Doesn't matter anymore. Winston, don't you see? Doesn't matter anymore.
So, other people know Sid. Other people can see Sid. Right, Sydney?
He doesn't believe you. It does matter.
Sydney.
I can't say anything more. You don't believe me. I can't say anything more.
Of course I believe you. There's an evil man named Sid that other people can see that killed Drew. You saw him do it. You came forward. You're a hero. Come on, Sid. I mean,
My
Sydney.
name is Sydney. I told you.
Don't you hear that? Can't you hear that?
Actually, right. I don't entirely believe you. But I do think that you didn't kill anyone.
Don't believe him.
I think Sid killed everyone, but I think you are Sid. I think you are Sid and Winston. Isn't that right?
Stop it. Stop it. Sydney? Sydney?
Hello? Oh, Sid!
Stay calm, Sydney. Stay calm. What do you see? What do you see?
Sydney! Do you know how rare multiple personalities are? Sydney, look at me. Answer the question.
I'm cold.
Why don't you put on your slippers?
They don't belong inside. Don't wear your shoes in the house. That was a rule.
The police found the blood of 3 individuals at the scene. How did Drews get there?
I don't know.
That's right. Sid was at the barn.
Yes.
How do I provoke Sid? How do I talk to Sid? I can't talk to Winston. How do I talk to Sid?
I know what happened there. Sid likes to talk, to brag.
Don't, Sydney. It's not too late.
It is too late. Sid took her to the barn. He nailed Drew's. He put Drew's hands up. He asked her what she thought. She screamed. Sid said she screamed, and then he knew. He knew she wasn't real, that she was with him. Sid said he was angry.
What did Sid do then?
I don't know.
That's a lie and you know it. What did Sid do?
Once in a dream, I was in a black room.
Enough with your damn dreams.
I once had a dream I was in a black room. There was a spotlight on me, but the rest was black, really black. Then I saw these gray-skinned people. They had gray skin and bug eyes. They all wore lab coats, bright white lab coats. There was a hole in my head.
I don't think
There was a hole in my head. My brain was exposed. I couldn't feel anything because there's no nerves in the brain. But I knew the gray-skinned people could see my brain. And I looked down. What was in my hands? Do you know?
No.
Drew's pistol was in my hands and it was empty. And then I realized what I'd done. Ask me what I'd done.
Sydney.
Ask me!
What had you done?
I shot myself. I shot myself, but I didn't die. I unlimbered pieces of my skull like a jigsaw puzzle, exposing my brain to their gray, poking
rotting fingers, and their bug eyes. Sydney. Jesus. Shh. You know what I used to dream? I dreamt that aliens abducted me. I was terrified of aliens abducting me. I used to wake up in the middle of the night and think aliens were in my room. I had this closet with a little shelf on top.
My closet had that too.
Did you ever see things in it? I used to see things all the time. They were shadows, but to me, they weren't shadows. I was sure I saw a little bug-eyed alien, and I had to try not to cry. But you know what? Eventually, that alien stopped coming back. It doesn't visit very often anymore.
Ever?
Well, sometimes. But everybody has their demons. Everybody. You just have to face them.
We have to face yours. But to do that, we need to talk about what happened at the barn. And especially what happened after.
I'm cold.
Put your slippers on, Sydney.
I can't. It's against the rules.
Here.
What's next?
Well, I imagine I'll continue doing what I've been doing, and you'll continue to resist me.
I don't want to be difficult.
Are you sure?
Yes. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I think that some people already are, and I don't want to be left out in the rain again.
Why would I abandon you? We're not done yet.
With what?
This mystery. We have to finish the story you and I have started.
Then what? You get your answers? I turn into a number. I become a statistic for diagnosis. I become one of the discarded. Even if I reach freedom, I'm still left without. I'm still left alone. What do I get?
Justice. We both get justice.
You're a little old to believe in justice?
Maybe. But I think you're the kind who will always believe in justice. I think you'll hold on to it forever because you made a promise. You chose the hard line, and when we're through, you'll know what justice is and you'll walk with it.
Walk with it? What are you, a poet now?
There's only one poet in this room.
You ever built anything?
A few.
I like to build. When you make something, it gains a life independent of you. You give birth.
Birth? It's an odd way to put things.
It fits. You take experience and little memories and the tools available and you mold the material to a design. And then a wonderful thing happens.
What happens?
The pieces eclipse the vision. Whole in the flesh, they become one. They take on a life you thought they might never have.
You look happy, Sydney.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Being happy is not a crime. I was just wondering what you were thinking just then.
I was feeling needed.
By who?
By the things I build. When you build something, it needs you.
But don't you need it too?
I suppose that's true. Kind of like how you need me.
Sydney, I don't think that's an apt description of a relationship.
You know it is. You need me.
I need your help.
Not my help, you need me.
I do not need you.
And we have nothing more to discuss.
Sydney, I want to be honest with you, and I want you to be honest with me. I cannot honestly say I need you.
Now who's delusional? You question me.
I don't see how that's relevant.
It is wholly relevant. Who would you dissect without me? Who would you tear down and reconstruct?
There are others. What if there are others?
Like Winston? Winston doesn't need you.
I was not talking about Winston.
Then who? Who is there outside this room? What is outside this room? Is there anything for me?
Sydney.
No, there is nothing for me, so don't you tell me how much there is for you.
Calm down.
I will not calm down. You started this. Participate, damn it.
I am participating.
Not like me, not like me. Tell me.
What? What do you want to hear?
That you need me.
This is ridiculous.
Say it!
I need you.
Sydney.
I need you, Sydney.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn.
For what? Ooh, you're getting very sleepy. How was some Rorschach? Ooh, ECT, let's do that.
Electroconvulsive therapy is not prescribed in your case.
Why not? Could be fun. We did it at Schateren.
ECT causes memory loss. Everything we've worked on could be destroyed.
That would be a pity.
I do not appreciate your apathy.
Then make me care.
Did you learn this coldness from Sid?
Can't learn much from Sid. He doesn't like to teach.
Appears to have taught you attitude. What do you know? He's good for something. What did Sid think of her?
He doesn't talk much. You'll have to ask him.
I thought you said he liked to talk. Does he agree with Winston?
He likes to brag, not talk.
Which did he do about her?
He never shared his opinions on her.
I think he did.
He doesn't like her.
Why not?
He thinks she's a slut.
So he does agree with Winston.
No,
Winston doesn't like her either.
because Winston doesn't want me to get hurt. Sid likes me to get hurt.
Did Sid like to hurt her?
I don't know.
Did Sid hurt her?
See, you do need me.
You haven't touched your food.
Not hungry.
It's important to eat, to keep your strength up.
The stupid hypnosis ruined my appetite.
It was difficult for everybody.
I didn't like it.
That's what you get for not cooperating.
Why don't we just do a little shucking? Run some current through the brain. What do you say?
We've discussed this, Sydney. It could cause memory loss. Besides, it's not up to me.
Why not?
It just isn't my decision.
Let's improvise something. We could use the light socket.
Why do you want to endanger what we're trying to do?
I'm not endangering you.
You are. Don't you want to help find her?
I'm done helping them.
Are you done helping me?
It depends.
I want to go back a little bit. To the boy you attacked, the one you beat.
What about him?
Well, I'd like to know why.
I told you.
You only said he hurt her. I don't know what that means.
He raped her in the bathroom. She wouldn't talk. So they locked me up. Me, not him, me!
That's strange. Because the police never talked to a young lady about rape in the bathroom. They did, however, speak to your girlfriend, a Miss...
Didn't happen. What?
Pardon?
There was no rape in the bathroom. It was in the locker room.
The rape occurred in the locker room?
No, he was bragging about her. He had to be punished. You lied to me, and you made me think you were a martyr.
Punished for what?
He said she liked it. He said she asked for it. He had to have raped her.
But how are you sure? It was just a story. So how did you know if it was true? You didn't. So why would you react so strongly?
He was talking about how she really liked it, how she wanted it. I didn't want to hurt him. I just wanted to be quiet, to not talk about her. He can't talk about her.
It was her. It was your girlfriend. He was talking...
I never said that. You didn't have to.
He was. And he was... That's why he hit you with the strap. After you got out of Schateren, he had to get you back. Drew had to get revenge.
I never said anything about Drew.
But the boy in the locker room was Drew, wasn't he?
Couldn't talk about her.
But he did. You'd gotten out, and he'd stolen your girl. I bet that made you pretty mad.
I was getting her back. He couldn't compete.
So you attacked him. Then he hit you with the strap. Self-defense, I'm betting.
No, he attacked me. He hit me. I tried to apologize. He hit me.
If there was no rape in the bathroom, Then I'm betting Drew didn't do anything with his pant.
No, I mean, yes, he did. He did.
So you killed him and cut off his hands.
I didn't.
Drew didn't do a thing.
He raped me like he raped her.
Drew did nothing. You killed him because he'd stolen your girl. You killed her because she didn't love you.
She did so love me.
Then why did you kill her?
I didn't. Sid did.
Bring him on then. Bring on the monster.
Be careful what you ask for.
You just might get it.
Hello, Sid.
Hello, Winston.
We're going to play a little game, Sydney.
What kind of game?
I want you to solve that puzzle. But to solve it, you'll have to get clues from me. To get clues from me, you'll have to share some information. You understand?
Yes.
Is this Joker smoke?
What did Sid do with Drew's hands?
I told you, he put them on the wall.
No, after that. What did he do after?
Go ahead. Tell him. We don't need him, Sydney. We'll solve the puzzle.
Don't like that question? Okay. What did Sid do with the girl?
He took her from the park, then he...
Yes, I know. He took her to the barn, and she screamed. Sid was angry. What did Sid do?
Go ahead. Tell him.
What did Sid do?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You know.
Let's push this piece here.
Oh, it doesn't fit there, Winston.
Tell him. You know you want to tell him.
What about that piece?
You know what Sid did. You know where he took her, and you know what he did with the hands.
Tell him. Should I tell him?
The puzzle, Sydney.
Where, Sydney? Where?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
You lied to me and you've given up. Tell him. I'm giving up on you.
Try, Sydney.
Yes, do try, Sydney. Talk to me, Sydney. Try.
Tell me.
Tell him about the slut. Listen to Sid.
Talk about her.
I don't feel very good.
It's the truth serum. Thiopentalsodium.
What does it do?
It sets you free.
How?
I'm going to ask you some questions. I need you to answer with as much detail as you can, all right?
Okay.
What happened after Sid took her to the barn?
She screamed. She wouldn't stop screaming. Sid took the hatchet. Sid grabbed the hatchet.
Take your time, Sydney.
She wasn't happy that Drew's hands were done. She wasn't pleased. She only screamed. So Sid grabbed the hatchet and he hit her. She still screamed. The blood screamed. So I grabbed the hatchet and hit her. I knew I screamed. Sid told me to shut up.
The blood screamed.
But I
I
couldn't.
know that he screamed.
Just like she couldn't.
I told him to shut up, but he wouldn't. Just like she wouldn't.
He hit her again.
There were
And
more
again.
strokes.
I hit her again.
It couldn't have been too many.
Couldn't have been too many.
I don't know where he hit her,
I
but
don't
he
know
did.
where I hit her.
And then he was done.
And then it was done. So I got a thick bag, took her to the forest. It was cold. I had to use my shirt to wrap my arm because I'd cut myself. Her skin was cold, but I knew it would be okay. After I dug, it would be all right. I can mark it on a map if you'd like, where I dug.
Thank you, Sydney. That was fine.
Fire.
What?
Drew's hands are in the fire.
You put Drew's hands in the fire.
I build the fire. So cold. So cold. I had to burn the jeans in my shirt. Fire is hot. I throw in my clothes and the little book. Then Drew's hands. They burn slow and black. It hurts my eyes, but I keep them open, watching the fire, watching them burn. I wish I wasn't seeing it. I wish I wasn't seeing it at all. I can't stop seeing it. I still can't stop. Fire pops and burns and burned. It took a long time to burn down into smoke.
Why did you put them in the fire?
That's where they belong.
How's my son?
I don't know. He's resisting me. Even the truth serum was ineffective.
He was such a sweet, happy baby. I used to call him my angel baby. Is there any hope for my son?
There is always hope. Sid is just a particularly difficult case.
Have they found the girl?
No. And I fear they never will.
Someone is always watching. There's a time for everything under the sun, but murder they question. I feel I'm your invention, starved for attention. I am human and I need to be loved. just like everybody else does. You put your hand in mine, I saw the future. It was clean and sterile, and everything else was gone. Happiness takes its time and takes its turns. I am happy enough for both of us. Happiness is a bomb that wipes you out, and I am under the fallout. I only asked for one thing. I didn't know I was in need. Help me. Please sing me to sleep, the soft sleep of fools. I want a sweet dream. Take off, I don't mind. Come back, you hear me, come back. I'm not jealous, I just need you to be alive. Happiness saves your life and saves it again. I am happy enough for both of us. And happiness holds you up when you need holding. Hold me, hold me. Don't tell anyone, I'm a little bit scared. You made something of my wild love with none of your own. Put your hands down,